It's early.
Okay, we're recording now. Don't be silly. But, okay, so first of all, this is our 2-week Mastermind turnaround call. And this is based on Paul and Lynette's wonderful 2.0 Facebook training. And wow, I've got a big phone in the in the window here. Anyway, so we do this once a week on Wednesday mornings. I appreciate you guys getting up early if you're on the West Coast. For those of you in Central time zones or East Coast time, I don't feel so sorry for you. No, just kidding. No, really appreciate each and every one of you. We have 2 special guest speakers on this morning's call. Debbie Martin's going to be drilling down deeper into prospecting, or better known as we like to say, connecting and building relationships on Facebook. And then Mary is going to talk, Mary Burrell is going to speak on events, and specifically the event that we have going right now in relationship to our new call, Casting the Vision, on Thursday evenings at 6:30 p.m. Pacific. And she's going to talk about how we can really maximize the use of that event to engage with our people, engage with our contacts and our friends, and create new relationships out of that and new business partners. And before we start, does anyone want to go ahead and tell me what the rules of the game are? Because we haven't done that for a while. Real quick. Okay. Debbie, why don't I have you do that? Because I know you probably know it by heart.
Well, you are 100% responsible for all of your efforts. I don't have it right in front of me, so I'm trying to remember. The next one would be energy first, mechanics second. We have, I remember the last one is be like water, flow like water.
Flow like water, you're excellent. You only have one more to do.
And the other one was be emotionally detached from the outcome. Like put all your emotions into your dreams, your goals, your vision, but don't put all the emotions into the specific outcome of a certain person or.
This is where you truly become a master. What is a spiritual master? Is a person who's mastered their mind, mastered their heart. They bring spirit through. And that is so powerful. Debbie, right on. I'm just going to quickly run over. We haven't really talked about these much. The 2-week turnaround is based on doing certain things every day to really turn your life around and turn your business around. And so I'm just going to read through these really quickly. Every single day we want to add value to people's lives. So that's part of the 2-week turnaround. It's part of your business overall. So you want to add value to people's lives. Take the focus off you and put the focus back on what you can contribute back and content and all the various ways that we provide value. Number 2, read 20 minutes a day. Is everyone reading 20 minutes a day? I've fallen down on that, so I'll raise my hand that I fell down, but I'm catching up now. But are people reading 20 minutes a day?
Yeah, it helps to do it at breakfast when I'm doing my shake. That
awesome.
Seems to,
yeah. So shake and read. Yeah. Swallow, read. Excellent job, Linda. I love it. And is everyone branding themselves on their Facebook page at least 5 times a day? You know, putting out related or unrelated posts, their strategic posts to Isogenics 5 times a day. Okay, excellent. Very good. Write your business goals every day for 90 days. I got to get back to this. I was doing it really well. And are people doing that? That's extremely powerful. Did you guys hear what Tony Escobar shared with Lynette Davis at the big celebration event at the new corporate headquarters? Because they got together, and he said that something that they've done on their team is they take little sticky notes and they write the number of cycles that they want to be cycling. So if it's 100 cycles a week or 200 a week or whatever the number is, they write it in red and they put it on like maybe 10 or 15 sticky notes, and they put them all over the place. So they say, I am cycling, and then the number. And they said that they had a 300% increase in the number of people cycling at higher levels by looking at that. So write it in red, put it on a sticky note, put it in all the different places like your bathroom mirror, next to your phone perhaps if you have a landline, on your desk, in the kitchen, the refrigerator would be a good place to put it. So any place that you happen to, in your office, if you have a separate office, so that kind of thing. So that's a little tip for today. And so writing our business goals every day for 90 days, it can seem boring. I was doing this for a while and I was also speaking it into a mirror, but I just got to get back into the habit of doing that again. Affirmations with emotions. How many people are doing affirmations? Oh, excellent, Carrie. Excellent. Yeah, very powerful, especially with emotion, because the emotion is what puts it into reality. If you're just being, so you got to feel it, right? So, okay, I wanted to just go over those briefly because we hadn't really covered them for a while. And now I want to do one fun thing before I introduce Debbie to speak. What are some of the ways that we can take ourselves out of a state change? You're in the doldrums, maybe people have fallen out of consultant, status, and you're working hard to get to executive. Maybe someone that you thought would be a great business builder flakes out. You start to go into a downward spiral. What are some ways that we can get out of that state real quick? Anyone? Debbie.
Well, Faith, the thing that I do to change my state very quickly is I talk in an accent. And I talk in an accent to myself, and I do it out loud, and I say, Debbie, oh, darling, you got to rally up, oh, girl, and it's going to be all right. I believe in you, and it's all going to be fine.
Oh, my God, I love it.
Good voice.
Love it.
Oh, jeez.
That was so awesome. That was so awesome. God, Debbie, you just made my whole year with that. Oh, my God.
I'm going to write a book, Change Your Accent, Change Your Life.
Right? So, other ways, in addition to Debbie's great idea, I absolutely love, is through moving your body, right? So we move our body, we can dance, and we can listen to music, and we can sing, right?
Yes,
That's what we're going to do. We're going to start this call off every Wednesday. You guys I'm going to drive you crazy with some music. So I'm going to go ahead and play a little bit of music, and then we'll go into Debbie's presentation. So let me go ahead and actually let me do I'm going to do a screen share here real quick so that you guys can actually see what I'm going to play. Okay. Let me just.
Oh, I love this video.
Oh, yeah.
I'm in California dreaming about who we used to be. It's no secret that the both of us. That was amazing. So hello from the outside. At least I can see that I'm trying to tell you sorry for breaking your heart, but it don't matter. Believe me, doesn't tear you apart anymore.
Oh, isn't that great? Oh, my
Yeah.
God. So love that. Now I got to go back. Whoops. Stop share. Okay. Now we will, let me introduce Debbie Martin. Debbie is going to be going into prospecting and connecting. And most importantly, we like to focus on the connecting aspect of it because that's really what we're doing in building relationships. And obviously that puts people in our pipeline and some of those people join us both as customers and business partners, and that's what it's all about. That's where the rubber meets the road. Everything that we're doing is to create an environment for more of that to happen. So let me go ahead and go back to screen share and click on the PowerPoint. And let me get this positioned nicely so that we have that in the full screen. And Debbie, I'll do my best to follow along with you. Debbie is, by the way, an amazing distributor. She has built an incredible team and is really relaunching her business like a lot of us, and is super excited and has so much to offer. She has a background in entertainment. She's done workshops on really getting in touch with your voice, and she's one of the most fun, amazing people I know, and very, very creative. With that, Debbie Martin.
Oh, thanks, Faith. I appreciate that. Well, this training I really got from some webinar and boot camp trainings that I did with Max Steingart. And so I really highly recommend his work. You can find him at Max Steingart, STEINGART.com. And he says that you need to be talking to 5 people, at least 5 people a day. And if you want to be wildly successful, to talk to 10 people a day. So that is my goal on Facebook. Sometimes, honestly, it's kind of hard for me to do, but I have that in my mind because it is about connecting with people. And so, you're connecting with the Facebook friends that you already have, Facebook friends that you have but you don't really know, and creating new Facebook friends. And you always want to connect with these people through the private chat because, again, that private chat changes the algorithm of Facebook, right? And you also have a record of your conversation. So go ahead and keep scrolling through, Faith, and go to the second slide. The next slide. And so you're always qualifying people. You go to their profile page and you look at their profile page and you see if this is the type of a person that you would really want to connect with. And he talks about, again, you're putting the focus on the other person. You are listening more than you are talking. And so if you are typing more than the other person in the chat box, and I've been guilty of this, but it always comes right back to me, go, oh yeah, I'm talking more. If you're typing more than that other person is typing, then you're talking more and you're not listening enough. And so he says, you want to ask open-ended questions and not just questions that they can answer with a yes or a no. And he says, you don't bring up your business or your product until you know 3 things about that person. Is there a problem that they have? Do they have some type of a need? You've got to discover their need first. And then you have to discover, do they have a desire to change it? And then, do we have the right solution for them? Well, the answer is yes to that. Okay, keep scrolling, Faith. I'm gonna go through some of these pretty quickly because I know that you know a lot of these things. So ways that you can connect with people that are already your Facebook friends. If somebody likes one of the posts that you do, then you can go and in a private chat, and you can say, "Hey, thanks for liking my post. We haven't connected in a while. What have you been up to?" Basically the same thing for anybody that you don't know that's a Facebook friend that you don't really know that person, and they like a post, or you even see a post that they have put that you really like. Now go to the private chat box and send that person the message. Hey, we're Facebook friends, but we haven't really met. I'm glad that you liked my post. Tell me about yourself. What do you do? It's just a way to start a conversation with people, because that's the whole thing, is to connect. You've got to start conversations with people. And so, again, reasons to connect with people are that they like or they share one of your posts, or you really like one of their posts, or they have an upcoming birthday. This is something that I've really started doing, going to my friends, and then when you click on your friends from your personal profile page, you can click on birthdays, and it will reveal the upcoming birthdays. And so I will send that person a private message a few days before their birthday. You want to do it before their birthday, because if you wait the day of their birthday, they're swamped with all these other messages. So you do it a few days before, and you say, hey, I wanted to be one of the first to wish you a happy birthday. What have you been up to? Or just something. Again, it's another way to start the conversation. Okay, so next screen. Okay, so here's the primary questions to help you get started. And again, you're focusing on that person, not yourself, and you are listening more than you're talking. And so here are the questions that you want to ask. What do you do? You want to know what they do, what kind of business they're in. And then you want to drill down in that. You want to know, well, what does that entail? So you want to understand a little bit more about what they're doing. Don't just totally gloss over it. And then you want to know, how long have you been doing that? And then, what did you do before? How do you like what you're doing? Now, all of those questions are great questions to start a conversation and start to learn about somebody and start to have needs begin to be revealed. Usually when you ask somebody else what they do, at some point they're going to turn around and ask you what you do. But before I go to that, to finish this one little slide, another really great question in the course of your conversation with somebody is, how are you being affected by what's happening with the economy? Because these things can start to open up dialogue that can reveal financial, issues, or a desire to change or make more money. And have you ever thought about doing anything else? Those are like really good questions. So when somebody asks, well, what do you do? I really like what Max suggests, because he suggests really kind of being short and a little bit vague with your answer. Don't just go into verbal vomiting about, well, I'm with Isogenics and we have these products that, these solution systems and blah, 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 because it's just a little bit too much, too fast. So you want to keep that person curious about what you're doing. And so he says to just be short, a little bit vague, and follow it with a benefit to you, and then immediately turn right around and ask them another question. So, for example, I make money online, so I can, the benefit is, so I can stay home with my kids. Then immediate question, how long have you been a realtor? So you're a little bit vague. You see, I have a global internet business, so I can have the freedom to work anywhere I want to. How long have you been a realtor? Or I have a growing internet business, so I can retire stress-free in a couple of years. How long have you been a nurse? And so you want to keep the focus on that person. And he says, don't go into the details of your business until you have discovered a little bit more information about that person, and that person, you've uncovered a need that person has. Whether it be a need for a product, or a financial need, right? And so here he suggests using transition lines. So this is a business transition line. And so once you've discovered a financial need that somebody has, maybe they have revealed in the course of the conversation they don't really like their job, it's very stressful and they're not making as much money as they used to, or, something like that. So once that has sort of been uncovered in the conversation, he suggests a transition line like, a lot of people are turning to the internet to make part-time and full-time income. Have you ever thought about doing anything like that? Or a lot of people are turning to the internet to make part-time and full-time income. What experience have you had with network marketing? So again, you're continuing to ask questions before you start on about, about your business. And then when you've sort of opened that door and they show some interest about, I'd be interested in, how to make money online or with network marketing or whatever, then you use a tool. And so that's where we would suggest to add someone to our Alive to Thrive Now group, right? And then post a video or the team website that has, a video on that page. I hope I'm not moving too quickly, but I'm trying to get through some important things here. So, okay, like this next slide is just kind of the big picture here. Talk to 5 to 10 people a day. Listen. We're in a listening and sorting business, not a convincing business. Focus on them, not on yourself. Ask the right questions and listen. So these questions that suggested earlier are sort of leading questions to help you discover a need that person has. Identify the need and a desire to change before you talk about your business, and use a transition line before, asking closing sort of type questions. And then again, use the tool, the Alive to Thrive website, and schedule a follow-up with that person. Okay, so next slide. How to find new friends. Okay, from your Facebook page, from your home page, in the top search bar, you can type in phrases like people who live in Dallas and like Eric worry. And when you click in specific phrases like that, then you'll get a list that will come up. Now, sometimes you have to click on people, like that second little arrow. Sometimes it will bring up posts that have been made, and so you need to click on the little people, and then it will reveal a list of people. So go to the next slide, Faith. So now you see there's like a list of people. And sometimes you click the more button, that arrow again, you have to click that little more, and it will reveal a lot more people. And then that way you can now look at those people's profiles, see who you might want to send a friend request to. So you would send a friend request to them. Go ahead and scroll to the next one. And send a friend request, and at the same time, send a private message in the chat box and say something like, hi, Stacy, your profile came up as someone I should be friends with, and I just sent you a friend request. We have several mutual friends and some common interests. Hope to be able to share some laughs with you on Facebook. So something like that. Or, hi, Stacy, I just sent you a friend request. Hope you accept. Your profile came up as someone I should know. We have several mutual friends. Look forward to sharing some laughs on Facebook. And when that person accepts your Facebook friend request, then you go back, you thank them in the chat box, and then here is where you go to your main question. So, hey, Stacy, thanks for accepting my friend request. Love some of your posts. You seem like a really positive-minded person like me. What do you do? So now here's, the what do you do? How long have you been doing that? What did you do before? Do you love what you do? Have you ever thought about doing anything else? These are, some leading questions. And then again, when you uncover a problem or a need, then that's when you kind of use one of your transition lines to, a lot of people are making money online. Have you ever thought about doing anything like that? Or if it's a product related thing, maybe a transition line could be something like, well, a lot of people are using intermittent fasting to help with their some health issues. Have you ever thought about anything like that? you know, something like that, just as a transition line to open it up. Next, here are some possible search phrases. People who live in Austin and work at personal trainers. My friends who like Robert Kiyosaki. People who like Robert Kiyosaki and live in Texas. You can even search by age. People who are 23 years old and live in Dallas. Another thing, like this next one, people who live in Texas and work at IBM. I came up with that because you can go to Google and do a Google search for layoffs. What companies have been laying off this month. And there will be all kinds of news reports on IBM had a lot of big layoffs. And so now you can go to search for those people that work at IBM, and that could be part of a conversation that you could have with that person when you become friends with that person. I heard IBM has been laying off. Has this affected your job? So again, making those connections. And again, the recommended training, I got these boot camp from maxsteingart.com. And I just find it really very, very, very helpful. And so that's my focus. It's all about connecting with people and having conversations and the right type of person. You want to have more. The secret, he says, this whole secret is having more conversations with the right people. And so with that, I'll end it. And I hope I wasn't too fast, but I'm conscious of time.
Okay. Well, Debbie, you did an outstanding job. Didn't she do a great job, everyone?
Thank you. Thank you, guys.
Good job.
And you know what? Even though it had a nice pace to it, if you missed anything or you need to review, we are recording this event this morning, so no worries on that. I see Katie has a question, so go for it, Katie.
So I just wanted to put this out there too. I absolutely love it just like you lit a fire, like, oh, I have a whole demographic of people that I've been ignoring because I've been looking at everybody who's already working.
Yeah.
And I live in Orange County, and we have a lot of things cycling out of the workforce. So I love that. I don't even know why I didn't even put it together, but I love that you got that. The other thing that I looked at just recently, very recently, just super duper new, is the health and wellness industry on the internet. So there are huge groups of people, and they're not all, but they're all independent thinkers and business minded already. So they have their ears and eyes open to opportunities to expand their business. And sometimes there's summits, and they're farming too. But if you go to the comment section at the bottom of the intro videos are the people that are interested, and you can hook them with a conversation. I liked this too. Can I friend you on Facebook? Bam.
Yeah.
Great idea.
Exactly.
Like Kathleen, just to clarify, or Katie, let's clarify. So you went to YouTube, you found a video,
No.
a thought.
Not even that hard. Not even that hard. What I did is I actually just paid attention to my Facebook, and then on the little corner on the side, there's a look at this, and there'll be a short video because the algorithm of Facebook picks up the things that I like. So then they're like, you know what, you're liking a lot of stuff about cleansing and spiritual, so we're going to throw an ad up here for some special interest. And then it's like wellness.org or, 30-day, spiritual this and then instead of actually going directly to that, I go to the comments of the people that are talking about the promo video and throw my net down there. Because those people are the ones that are already active, but not necessarily business builders only looking at building their business. They have courage to actually interact with a video, that kind of stuff. That's where I go. So
that is powerful. And
Yeah.
I would also say you can also go to YouTube and do that as well.
that too.
It's a huge treasure trove of people that are interacting on YouTube.
Yep.
As well.
Same thing. Yeah, absolutely. Same thing.
Awesome.
Same thing.
Yay. Yes. And we have Carrie has her hand up, or she lowered her hands.
I would still would like to ask a question.
Please.
I just need some advice on friend requests that I'm receiving on a daily basis. Most of them are Isogenics people from other teams, and I want to know how you all are responding to those. Are you actually accepting them?
No.
Or, yeah, okay.
No,
okay.
I do not accept now unless I have a real relationship with them. And, you know, obviously if I've seen them at a celebration and it's just passing by, I might type them a note and say, hey, I really enjoy you and look forward to staying in touch. But we have a limited number. We can only have 5,000 friends on our profile page. And I find that working my profile page is even more effective in some ways than working my business page. Now, if you've got a lot of discretionary income, working a business page with ads can be very effective. However, if you're not sitting there with an advertising budget, you're better off working your profile public page because one, it's going to be, that's your main hub, if you will, in beyond your business pages. And because business pages, they've restricted them so much. In the early days of business pages, they could be very effective because you were able to get a lot more mileage out of the people that liked your business page. Now, even if you build up your business page to 100,000 people that like it, only 7% of those liked individuals are going to see your content on your business page. So to me, I just look at it logically. Let's do the posting strategy that we do where we like and comment on each other's posts, and we use the chat threads to do that, and drive traffic that way to our profile page. But that's why that becomes a premium page, and just say to them, it is nothing personal. You don't even need to say anything. If you don't know them at all, then just ignore them and just hit delete. But if you have some, like maybe you met them at an event or something, then just say, you know, I'm just really having to reserve my profile page for new business. Because that was one of the biggest challenges I got into with Facebook was that 99% of my friends originally on Facebook were already Isogenics distributors.
Yes.
So there we go. Hopefully that answered your question.
It did. Thank you so much, Faith.
You're welcome, Debbie.
Faith, I just wanted to say one last thing here. This is something that Max suggested, and I have not heard anybody else say this, but he suggests to edit the privacy of your friend list so that nobody else can see your friend list and go and start friending your friends to promote their business to your friends.
Exactly. I just did a video on this, Debbie. I don't know if you're aware that I'm doing these little short video trainings.
Yes, yes.
I think my longest one is 14 minutes. Most of them are 7 minutes. I did a video 2 days ago on that very topic. Thank you.
Okay.
Awesome.
Because it really is a key piece of protecting. You want everything public on your profile page except your friends. You want you to be the only person that can see your friends. And so thank you very much for emphasizing that. And I want to check in with Mary Burrell. Mary, are you with us?
I am. Can you hear me okay?
Oh, I can, and I want to get you up here. I know this call is running over. Hopefully you guys are okay on time for a few more minutes. Mary's going to talk about a very important subject, which is events, and how to best utilize events so that we can get the most mileage out of building our teams. And Mary, while you go ahead and start chatting, I'm going to go do a screen share. Well, first of all, I have to go find what I'm going to do is I'm going to resize the PowerPoint, and then I'm going to get off of this YouTube and get over here to Faith and look up my business page so we can go over to the event. So let me just do that for a second.
Are you using a full screen on your end, Faith?
Yeah, I'll hold on a second here. Let me just get this up. Yeah, I didn't do it on the PowerPoint because it was a little easier for me to slide it. I didn't want to change it in the middle of Debbie's talk. But let me just go ahead and oops, got a lot of windows popping up here. Let me put that down. Oh, come on. Okay, I think I just found it. Yay. Let me go back over here and we'll just adjust this as needed. But And Mary, I'm going to take you, I'm going to go ahead and go to screen share now and pull this up.
Bless you, Carrie.
Okay.
I saw you sneezed.
Oh, wait a minute. That's not where. Ooh,
Thank
it's
you.
Weird. What happened here? I don't know how that happened. So I'm going to cut off of that. And I just left the event. Here it is. And can everyone see that okay?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, let me put this down and let me make it a little bit. Well, it's a little hard to make bigger because I've got the videos of you guys sort of blocking that. I'm not quite sure if we can minimize this. Let me just see what my options are.
We can see it. I can see it. Okay. And I'm on my phone.
Okay, good. Then we'll just go ahead and I'll work with it. Mary, you go ahead. And Mary, by the way, is an incredible leader on our team. I want to give her a proper introduction. And she has received awards from Isagenix for being a servant leader. She is building an incredible team, and I'm just very proud of her. She's overcome some major challenges, as many of us have dealt with different challenges in different areas in our life. And I'm just couldn't be happier to have her speaking on this mastermind this morning. So go ahead, Mary.
Thank you, Faith. I appreciate that. Can you guys hear me okay?
Yes.
I'm running on a little low air this morning. Okay, so these events, we can work them just like we do what we're doing on our profile pages. So when we're on our profile page, we are piquing interest to our followers. We want to do the same thing in these events. So if everyone who is playing in the events that are inviting people to the event, we should be posting one post a day. And if each of us are doing that, then every time we post, the people that we invited to this event will get a notification that we posted in the event, bringing them back into the event. Okay? We need to do that. Otherwise, the event will be boring as hell and no one will come in. Okay? Carrie knows what I'm talking about because she did a fabulous event last year that ran the duration of the year, and most of us that were in that group were posting something every day. And I got out of that event, I got like 3 or 4 people that came through and actually got started.
Wow.
So
Cool.
it's really important that if you're going to do the events, that you need to play this game that's going to benefit you and the rest of us. So make sure that when you post in the event, it's business or lifestyle related. Because remember, this event is about building income. It's not about the product, right? Our focus is about the business. So post once a day, lifestyle or business posts. The same rules apply in the event that they happen on our page, meaning no branding mention, no pictures of products, no mention of Isagenix or the name of products. We're trying to pique their interest for them to reach out and say, okay, I want to go to the next step. Put me in this group, okay? Give me 1 second. I have to use my cell phone for my notes because the screen takes up my whole, and I can't grab my notes from my laptop. So another step is when Facebook changed the wording in the events. It used to be maybe or joined or declined. Those were the 3 choices. Facebook, in all their friggin' wisdom, decided that they wanted to change maybe to interested, just to cause even more confusion. So what I've been doing is I send a message, a private message, to everyone who engages. So if they interested in the event or they've joined the event, I send them a message welcoming them and thanking them again for joining the event. I also explain in this short message the process and what the next step is. I have found that when people join these events, they don't look at that pinned post. They maybe breeze through it, but they're not really taking in what the information that we want to give them. So you're going to have to regurgitate that in this message to them. So just an example of the message that I've sent. Now, this event we just started, I had 3 people who came in that were invited that was interested. And I sent 3 of them a message and 1 came back wanting to go through this. Actually, 3 came back wanting to go through the process. 1 I've been through the process with, and it's not a good time. The other 2 are still in the process. So I know because of that, what I'm doing is working. So just the sample message that I sent was, "Hi, Troy. Thanks for your interest in joining our Casting the Vision event. The need has never been greater for what we offer. We have a private community you can join to experience our culture. You can determine if this would be a good fit for you. It is a positive, uplifting, and super informative group. We offer tremendous value in this group. We want you to have all the information at your disposal to make an intelligent decision for your future. It just takes 2 referrals to tap into the power of leverage and open the gates for potential weekly residual income." And you may be thinking, what's the next step? That next step would be for you. That next step for you would be to get back to me as soon as possible, and I will add you to our private invitation. And I will add you to our private invitation only Facebook group. If you love your experience within our community, reach out to me and I will provide you with the Thursday Cast the Vision meeting ID for our video conference. And then I thank him and look forward to connecting with him. Please let me know if I should ask you to add you to our support group, which is the next step.
Mary, that is so well done. Would you do us a favor after this, after we're done with this video conference, if you'll copy and paste that into the 2-week turnaround chat thread, and then we can all, and then I can put it in a little area of the files area of our group as well. That's awesome.
Some of that verbiage may have been sounding familiar to you, Faith, because I stole it from your event. Love plagiarism.
As long as it's in
I love
quotes,
it.
you're good. As long as it's in quotes, you're good.
So, we're all adding 5 new people every day. 5 new friends are coming on board. Did you know in these events that Facebook allows you only to invite a certain amount? And then after that, they cut you off from inviting any more people to your event? Oh. Doesn't make
What
it
what's
sure
up with that?
Yeah.
What's the number?
I think it's 100 if I'm not mistaken.
Really? Oh my goodness.
Yeah. And so, Carrie, when we were participating in your event,
Yeah.
I ran out. They wouldn't allow me, no matter what I did. They wouldn't allow me. I even went in as my business page. They wouldn't allow me to invite anymore. And then I'm forced to promote it on my Facebook. But, inviting people, it just gives it that additional touch.
Yes.
So, with that in mind that we are collecting 5 new friends every day, and if we're inviting these friends to this event, we're going to max out really fast. So Faith and I were talking, and what we've come up with is that each new month, the Cast Your Vision Facebook event will be renewed. So we're just going to start in that event and start a new event. So every month we can get around that little thing that Facebook likes to do.
Perfect.
So in the meantime, every week, it'll be good for us to come in and remind people that the Cast a Vision call is coming up on Thursday. Reach out to the person who invited you for the PIN, for the invite code. Okay? so that every week it's being refreshed that we have this thing going on, this call, and then once a month we have a brand new event where what would be smart is if all the people in the current event that we're doing right now, all the people who have said they're interested or they're joining the event, bring them along into the new event. So when we initiate the next event, those would be the first people you invite to this event. And then maybe even send them a private message explaining to them what's going on, because you invited us, because you accepted my invite in the other event, because that one's ending and we're starting a new one. I thought maybe you'd be interested in carrying on your experience with us, that kind of thing. Then after you invite those people who have already joined us in the first event, you can start inviting all your new people. So every month we get this process to do over and repeat. So again, just to reiterate, the goal is for each of us who are inviting people to this event to post at least once a day, business or lifestyle related, and it can be a same post that you've posted on your wall. Debbie, you were doing those business posts for a while. That would be great. In fact, I stole one of yours yesterday. And
Yeah. I saw it.
love plagiarism. So yeah, it's not really any more work because you've already designed the post for your Facebook profile page. So if it's business or lifestyle related, add that to the events page too. So that's my training for today. Faith, thank you for asking me to present.
Oh, fabulous, fabulous job. Did you guys all get value from Mary's presentation?
Yes.
Absolutely,
I
yes.
got a lot of value from it. Thank you so much, Mary. And Carrie, are you raising your hand? Did you have a question?
No, I'm sorry if I did that.
It's pretty cool.
She's just having so much fun, playing with the buttons, right?
I'm learning.
It's all perfect. We love it. Well, I know that we ran over today, but I just want to get some input from you guys. Did you guys like this? Was this something that you thought?
Absolutely.
Good.
Yeah.
So this is recorded. Yay. So you'll be able to either review it or turn your new people onto this, because the reason that we're doing this call on an ongoing basis is to really create our hub of leadership and to continue working and perfecting what we're all doing together, have that interaction that we don't always get on the larger calls, and have a forum and a platform for our new emerging leaders, right? We want something that they can tap into and learn what we're doing so that we can speed up the duplication process for everyone's benefit.
Yes, please. Thank you.
You're welcome. And one of the things I want to do is really get better, all of us, to engage with people where they're inspired to tap into our events.
Right.
Because events build belief, and belief build your business and build your life. It's that process. And if it starts out with a product consumer, someone that's just enjoying the product, say, get on the XYZ call to learn more about the products. One of the nice things about what McMillan and Mary Burrell and Denise Vizitinsky are doing on Tuesday nights is they do have that product time. Yes, they talk about personal development. Everyone can benefit from that. Even if they're not actively building Isogenics now as a business, they can benefit from personal development. Mary covers the wealth part. That can inspire them that maybe they should be looking at the wealth opportunity thus far. But then Bridget covers one of our products. She'll spotlight it and really drill deep into the benefits of the nutritional side of what we offer. And for customers who don't think they're interested in the business yet, that's a bridge. Everything is a bridge. So you can bridge them to that call for product information. They may be inspired by what Mary has to share on the wealth side and what Denise shares on the personal development side. So you see, you have to really be thinking that we're booking people from one impending event to the next. So let's all really vow to become better at getting our people to these events, even if it means it's just to get product information initially. Anything else that anyone wants to discuss before we end today's video conference?
Oh yes, I have something. Okay. So on the Isogenics Greater Isogenics business page, there was a dialogue that started earlier this week by someone who was looking at doing a week-long Facebook launch party. And she reached out for questions. And in the conversation, like in the replies, magic emerged. So someone decided, and I can't remember their names right now, decided they were going to do a full Zoom recorded call about how to do it. And they were actually going to share how 4 people had done it and done a really good job at it. So I jumped on it and signed up for it. And I want to bring it back here, because that's what this is about. That's what we talked about today, right?
Yes,
And working with that medium. And I'm going to bring back my, and see if I can share it somehow once I get it. Because I'm not going to be able to sit in the room, but I'm going to get a recording of it and I can email it to you guys and stuff. And just, because I grabbed them all. Ooh, what's this? I want to learn that.
And I don't know if I fully understand what you're saying. So can you just say what the concept is again real quickly?
Let me read you the email, if I can find it.
I got that it was something exciting. I heard Zoom, but I wasn't quite.
Yeah, it's okay. So it's an Isogenics virtual launch party.
Okay.
And it's a how-to on virtual launch parties, which is kind of what we're talking about here, because this is really what this is about, is launching and like continually having the launching. And Facebook and like the internet launch parties are longer. They're not a single day event. These are, and this is how to do a week. So it reads like this. This is a webinar to show you how myself, Sarah Garthy, Tara Smith, and Lisa Edwards ran a virtual launch party via Facebook during a launch party week that got enrollments. The session will be recorded, and there are only 100 seats, so I will email you if you registered.
So Kathleen, just for clarity purposes, we're using a live chat now as a virtual launch party, but this is more of a launch party where there's interaction, and it's taking course over a week. So there we go. Okay. Stay tuned, Kathleen.
Yeah.
Will get us
No idea. It might work. It might not. It might be good. It might not be. I didn't want to eliminate the information with too many clarifiers. I have no idea what it's going to look like. I have no idea whether it's going to fit our purpose. So I thought I can at least grab it, and then we can look at it and see whether.
Do me a favor.
Absolutely.
Would you be willing to speak on this? Okay, send it to us.
Why? Yes, I will. I will talk about it.
Great. So speak on this for next Wednesday. Mind. Yay.
Totally.
Digest this together. I want to thank you all so much. You've made my whole year. Mwah. Love you. So
Bye-bye.
much. And this will be a fun recording for people to watch, don't you think?
I think so.
Thanks, everyone.
All right.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Have a great day.